It was unfair. I'm not doing it, I responded, interrupting him mid-sentence. I'm not going to be their backup. They didn't give a crap about me for the last 25 years, and they sure as hell don't get to make me responsible for everyone now. Jake remained silent for a moment, then said, I get it. I do. But you're still part of the family. Family. This word made me want to shout. Yes, I was a member of the family, but only when it was convenient for them. Only when they needed it. When I was younger, they didn't care if I was fine or if I needed assistance. But now that they were afraid of what the future contained, I was exactly what they needed. Tell them I'm not interested, I replied. And don't bother calling me about this again. I hung up before Jake could reply. For a long, I sat there, staring at the phone, trying to relax. I felt as if my entire life had been leading up to this moment, this time when I'd finally had it. Enough with the guilt trips. Enough with the deceptive texts. Enough with being ignored and then used. I wasn't going to be their safety net anymore. Jake and my parents did not contact me for several days. It was almost as if they were waiting for me to wake up, to alter my opinion, and to be the good daughter they had suddenly decided I should be. But I wasn't about to move. I was not going to let them throw their issues on me simply because I was the last one standing. Then a letter arrived in the mail. It was from my mother. She hadn't even called. She had simply sent a letter, as if we were living in the 1800s or something. The letter was lengthy and rambling, full of the same guilt-tripping nonsense I'd heard before. She went on about how much they needed me, how difficult things were for them, and how they had no idea what they would do if I didn't help. The final part, however, irritated me greatly. My mother wrote, We're not asking for much, Olivia. We just need to know that when we're gone, someone will step up for the family. That's when I recognized what this was all about. They didn't care about me. They just worried about making sure their mess was cleaned up after they left. They didn't want me back because they miss or love me. They wanted me because I was convenient and the only one who hadn't broken apart. I crumpled the letter and tossed it in the trash. I was finished. Update 1. After receiving that letter from my mother, I believed I had reached my limit. What else could they throw at me that I hadn't seen? I was already tired of their guilt trips, manipulations, and attempts to hold me accountable for their mess. But of course, I was mistaken. It wasn't finished, not even close.